and much, much more. I can vividly remember my first trip to New York City. It was 2002. As the taxicab from JFK Airport slowly slipped out of the Midtown Tunnel and casually joined the streets of the Manhattan I had so often imagined, I was instantly euphoric. Within seconds, I could almost hear my eyeballs screeching in awe. Within minutes, I was physically drunk with excitement. And within hours, I had concluded that New York City is impossible. Quite clearly, I told myself, its dimensions make no sense. I am certainly no engineer, I thought, but I am fairly sure those crystalline, razor-thin skyscrapers are too tall, too numerous, too densely situated, and too heavy to simply just stand there, unaided. The only answer, I concluded, is that the centre of New York City has been ripped from a cartoon, or a movie set, or an M.C. Escher lithograph, and brought to life using technology far beyond my comprehension. Some kind of projector, I imagined. Letters of Note New York is an homage not just to this magnificent city's 5 boroughs, but to the people who built it, live in it, and take care of it. And may this book also serve as a thank you to the letter writers who have somehow managed to capture, by mail, a snapshot of a city so difficult to adequately describe. Shaun Usher, 2020. Letter 1. I'm in love with New York. Anaïs Nin to Henry Miller, 3rd of December, 1934. Born to Cuban parents in the Parisian suburb of Neuilly-sur-Seine, celebrated diarist Anaïs Nin spent her early years moving around Europe and was 11 years old when she, her younger brothers and mother left Barcelona and set sail for New York City, Nin's father having abandoned the family. It was on this long journey that she began to write her now famous diaries. Nin went on to study and work in New York until 1924, at which point she returned to Paris with her new husband, Hugh Geiler. It would be another 10 years until Nin saw New York again, this time in the company of noted psychoanalyst Dr. Otto Rank, her therapist and lover. Soon after returning to the city, she wrote a letter to another man with whom she was romantically linked, who was still in Paris, Henry Miller. Read by Louise Brealey.
Barbizon Plaza Hotel, 6th Avenue and 58th Street, December the 3rd, 1934. Henry. I rushed you a note the other day and have not been able to write a line for myself since. Have let things take their course, and since making money for the rent was the first item on the list, I accepted the enormous amount of work required by the psychological centre. Next weekend, I see about the dancing. Meanwhile, I'm busy all day, like a big businesswoman, and then every night somebody says, "Let us show you New York." Americans are like Spaniards, so I've seen shows, Broadway, lunch on top of the Empire State, a dance hall in Harlem, movies at Radio City. I'm in love with New York. It matches my mood. I'm not overwhelmed. It is the suitable scene for my ever, ever heightened life. I love the proportions, the amplitude, the brilliance, the polish, the solidity. I look up at Radio City insolently and love it. It is all great and Babylonian. Broadway at night, cellophane, the newness, the vitality. True, it is only physical, but it's inspiring. Just bring your own contents, and you create a sparkle of the highest power. I'm not moved, not speechless. I stand straight, tough, and I meet the impact. I feel the glow and the dancing in everything. The radio music in the taxis, scientific magic, which can all be used lyrically. That's my last word. Give New York to a poet. He can use it. It can be poetized. Or maybe that's a mania of mine, to poetize. I live lightly, smoothly, actively, ears and eyes wide open, alert, oiled. I feel a kind of exhilaration, and the tempo is like that of my blood. I'm at once beyond, over, and in New York.